We're back in X4 Foundations 4.0 beta with a new patch. This is beta 7, which comes on the same day that they announced the release date for Cradle of Humanity, which is March 16th of this year. So pretty good X4 day, gotta admit. So we're going to go through the beta patch as we usually do. There are a couple, I think, really nice features that they brought in, and then we'll talk about the other things. So the first thing that I notice and I like a lot is they have given the ability for miners to trade. And what that means is you can now move raw materials, whereas before, miners could just mine. There was no way to move ore, silicon from one station to another. So this is going to open up a lot of options. So let's find one of our miners here. Let's find one is pretty empty. So that's actually, let's look at this guy right here. He's got a bunch of stuff. We can right click now. We can do trade with. We can do transfer wares with. Or if we want to go to a different one, we can do transfer wares with the whole part factory, and we can load up the ore. Just like that. And then we can go move it to another factory or another sector. So that's a really cool feature they added. So you can imagine trades a mining outpost now that if you can't reach because your pilots or managers aren't good enough, you can now build a chain of stations to move things along automatically. So I'm really looking forward to playing with that. The other major feature is ejection. So we'll look at that right now. So there is now an emergency eject function. Sadly, I couldn't find any way to make this like a bindable thing. It's just as you'd imagine. When your ship dies, you'll eject. So let's make them angry. Come on, shoot at me. There we go. Whoa! I think they're a little mad. My Cerberus shields aren't. My shields, they took some fire. But yeah, we're not going to last that long, and boom. All right, we ejected. Now, I did edit out a little bit of lag. I assume they're still working on it. Oh, who are they shooting at? Protector. I guess they're my drones.
Defense drone.
Is that guy? So they do shoot at spacesuits. Good to know. Oh, and there was a K ship that attacked too. Weird. That was a weird turn of events. But as you can see, you can eject. It's still a little buggy, a little bit of lag. Hopefully they'll work on that. But it's another cool new feature. All right, let's go through the rest of the features in this beta 7. On the logical overview for the station screen, they did a little quality of life improvement here. So now if you go to an item, you can edit the trade rules right from this screen. So that's a nice little quality of life improvement. They also added some encyclopedia functionality. So if you look at, I think it's under equipment, engines, they now have forward thrust and reverse thrust measurements. Same for thrusters. Horizontal strafe thrust and vertical strafe thrust. So more data about the directional effects of engines and thrusters. They made a bunch of improvements and fixes regarding terraforming. I can't show those, sadly, but they're there. Oh, as always, the link to the patch notes is in the description. They added something to transaction log, so now if you sell a ship, let's sell this guy. Sell a ship at Argonne Wharf. 3.3 mil for this Cobra, not bad. Now it's an Argonne Cobra. But if we look at our transaction log here, you can see it there for sold chips 3.3. There are a few notable bug fixes. Missile turrets will now correctly request missile components and parts when they're set to automatic supply. Like I said, a bunch of terraforming missions were fixed. And this is one that you might have liked, but your auto miners and auto traders will not discover sectors for you anymore. So if you didn't know of that, like the sector next to you had ice and you set your auto miner to ice, you'd mosey on over there even though you've never been there. So now they will only use the map knowledge that you have. That's good and bad. I kind of like that they would figure things out, but it's better this way. And then there's this funny bug in there. Fixed half of ships in local highway being killed when player leaves. I have never seen that. I kind of like to, though. Do they all just blow up? Okay, that about covers it for this beta patch. Go check out the bugs they fixed and any other details I did not go over. Hope this video was helpful. Catch you later.